as you know, travel across the U.S.-Canada border over the last 18 months has been problematic. Our nephew Shawn is an important part of our family, and we are thankful to be here today to be a part of this wedding. We were also privileged to meet Maddie at our cottage in Manitoba in the summer of 2019. She's an amazing woman who we will soon be proud to call a part of our family. Maddie and Shawn approached me at the cottage and asked if I would be the officiant for their wedding, and I jumped at the opportunity. Now, becoming an ordained minister in the state of Ohio is a learning experience. I'm proud to say that I got 100% on the exam, although I failed miserably the first time. On behalf of Maddie and Shawn, welcome to the guests from across the U.S. and Canada. Before we get to the official ceremony, I'd like to have a little bit of audience participation if we could. So to the University of Arizona alumni, what do you say? All right. That was pretty good. Let's try this. O-H. Awesome. Now, before we get to the official ceremony, I would like to share some thoughts from two individuals that I think are very appropriate for today's service. The first is from Frederick Buechner. Frederick is an American writer and minister, and he says, "They say they will love, comfort, and honor each other to the end of their days. They say they will cherish each other and be faithful to each other always. They say they will do these things not just when they feel like it, but even for better or for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, when they don't feel like it at all. In other words, the vows that they make could hardly be more extravagant. They give away their freedom. They take on each other's burdens. They bind their lives together. The question is, what do they get in return? They get each other in return. There will always be the other to talk to listen to. There will always be someone to get through the night with, to wake into the new day. And if they have children, they can give them as well as each other roots and wings. They both still have their lives apart, as well as a life together. They both still have their separate ways to find. But a marriage made in heaven by God is one where a man and a woman become more richly themselves together than either of them ever could have managed to become alone." And now, for something completely different, I'd like to share a reading from Winnie the Pooh. This summer, as my wife Kim and I drove the 1,200 miles from Toronto to our cottage in Manitoba, we passed through a small town called White River. It was in White River back in 1914, at the start of the First World War, that Winnie the Pooh was found by a Canadian soldier who was traveling by train, heading to a ship to take him to London, and then to the front. The soldier named the bear he found Winnipeg, later shortened to Winnie. That little bear spent his life in the London Zoo. And there, a young boy, Christopher Robin Milne, became fascinated with him. His father, A.A. Milne, created the iconic stories of Winnie the Pooh for his son. So you don't think I'm crazy, there is a connection here. Shawn's mom, Wendy, was born in Winnipeg, and Shawn has spent many summers in Manitoba. So Maddie and Shawn, please heed these words of a little bear from Canada. Piglet sidled up to Pooh from behind. "Pooh," he whispered. "Yes, Piglet." "Nothing," said Piglet, taking Pooh's hands. "I just wanted to be sure of you." "We'll be friends forever, won't we, Pooh?" asked Piglet. "Even longer," Pooh answered. "If ever there is tomorrow, when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, even if we're apart, I'll always be there with you." Wise words from Winnie the Pooh. What greater thing for two persons than to feel they are joined together to strengthen each other in labor? So this is a special time of celebration that Maddie and Shawn will long remember. And because of this, they are thankful you are here today to share their joy. This contract is not to be entered into lightly, but thoughtfully and seriously, and with a deep realization of its obligations and responsibilities. Please remember that love, loyalty, and understanding are the foundations of a happy and enduring home. Maddie and Shawn will now share their vows. And as they wrote these vows for each other and only for each other, they'll be sharing them off microphone. Maddie and Shawn?
Maddie, I feel so lucky to be standing up here next to you today. You're the love of my life, and I'm so thankful to have you make me a better person every day. You've taught me how to be kind, like when I'm on the phone with customer service for 45 minutes, and how to be selfless, like when you demand to leave the last of food for me. I'm so proud of the life that you and I are building together. I promise to always show up for you in our marriage. I promise never to keep score, even though I'm really good at that. But most of all, I promise to do the easiest thing, and that's to love you forever.
Shawn Lucas, how lucky I am to become your wife today. I feel so fortunate you were put into my life the first day I was in Colorado, and that we were able to build this incredible life together. As you know, I am not the most decisive person in the world, but the easiest decision I've ever made was saying yes to you and our future. I love you for many reasons. I love your drive. I love how you dream about our future. I love how you tightly wrap your arms around me into a hug. I love how you're secretly a softie. And I love the way you love our baby's birth and gray with all your heart. I am so thankful you are my person. I skipped some. You've always been my rock, especially after one of the most difficult years of my life. I'm not sure I could love you more than I do in this moment, but I know I will each day, and I'm excited to figure it out and find out. I am so excited for what our future holds and to watch our love and family grow. I promise to be there every step of the way, your biggest supporter, to annoy you a little, and always love you with my whole heart. I should be crying.
Thank you, Maddie and Shawn. We'll now exchange the rings. Shawn and Maddie will exchange the rings as a symbol of their love. Oh, he's got it. Good. Thank you.
Is there two in there?
Yes, there are. Here, oh, jeez, that's right. There we go. The ring, an unbroken circle, represents unending love. As often as either of you look upon these rings, may you be reminded of this moment and the love you have promised to one another. Maddie, please place this ring on Shawn's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love.
As a symbol of my love.
And that I am choosing to share my life's journey with you.
And I'm choosing to share my life's journey with you.
I give you this ring with the pledge to love you.
I give you this ring with the pledge to love you.
Today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Today, tomorrow, always, and forever.
Awesome. There you go. Shawn, please place this ring on Maddie's finger and repeat after me. I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
As a symbol of my love.
As a symbol of my love.
And that I am choosing to share my life's journey with you.
And that I'm choosing to share my life's journey with you.
I give you this ring with the pledge to love you today.
I give you this ring with the pledge to love you today.
Tomorrow, always, and forever.
Always and forever.
Do you, Shawn Suarez, take this woman, Maddie Elliott, to be your lawfully wedded partner, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and woe, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself under her for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Do you, Maddie Elliott, take this man, Shawn Suarez, to be your lawfully wedded partner, to have and to hold, in sickness and in health, in good times and woe, for richer or poorer, keeping yourself unto him for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
by the power vested in me by the American Marriage Ministries and the state of Ohio and the great Republic of the United States and the democracy of Canada, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Maddie and Shawn, you may kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you for the first time the newlyweds, Mr. and Mrs. Shawn and Maddie Suarez.
Yes, please. Won't you come and put it down on me? I'm right here, 'cause I need.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you bridesmaid Katie Pugh, escorted by groomsman Dan Wright. Let's give them a round of applause. They're followed by Megan Gill and Drew Linus. Next up, it's Allie Boeing and Tyler Sapkin. Following them, bridesmaid Alyssa Durkin and groomsman Brendan Cook. Next up, it's bridesmaid Sarah Teutsch and groomsman Kyle Butts. Brady Elliott and groomsman Kenji Goldman. And then our matron of honor, Alexa Brown, escorted by groomsman Taylor Brooks. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and give a warm welcome to our newlyweds. Let's hear it from Mr. and Dr. Shawn and Madison Suarez. All right, attention up here at the head table, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to introduce to you a very special and proud man. Please help me in welcoming the father of the bride, Mr. John Elliott.
Hello? Hello? I want to welcome everybody testify to Madison and Shawn's big wedding celebration. Anybody okay? It's good? Okay. Yeah. I'm John, Maddie's dad, and we are so thrilled to have everybody here after this long, long wait. And I'm so glad they did wait a year because we have all the friends here. We have, we see everybody's smiling face. It's awesome. So, it's also, I thank God for the Canadian border opening up so Shawn's family could come across. Mark did an outstanding job. Thank you. Not just today. Yesterday he put together a slideshow that surprised me. I didn't even know it was going to happen. And he did an awesome job. So thank you guys. I'm glad you're here. I want to do a toast, but I'd like to tell a story first, a short story. And when my girls were all in high school, I took them on a senior trip with all of their friends. And I took Alexa and Maddie on a ski trip. And I took Brady to Manhattan, New York, because she's a fashion queen. And Maddie and her friends had a blast. They were crazy, 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 the capital K. And Maddie, I don't know where she got this, but she had a banana outfit. That's all. And Mara, God bless her, she couldn't make it from Vietnam to get back to the wedding. But she had this gorilla outfit from head to toe. I don't know where she got it, all hairy. And she would chase Maddie down the mountain most of the day. And everybody was hysterical. Top of the mountain. It's like everybody was talking about this dude. Well, Madison has so much fun, thrills, excitement, and she loves the outdoors. I knew someday she was going to end up in Colorado. And it's the best thing that's ever happened, because she met Shawn there. So, I have never seen Maddie this happy before. She's got a twinkle in her eye. And maybe tear tonight. But and her smile's endless. And I have a question. Who has ever seen Maddie in a picture with her mouth closed? I have. Well, you might have found one when she was sleeping. So, Shawn, he's like a gentle giant with a huge heart. And he's going to be a wonderful husband. And I thank Wendy so much for raising such a gentleman. And this is part where I'm going to cry. I am so confident Shawn's going to take care of my baby girl. My little mad dog. Maddie and Shawn get along so well. However, sometimes Maddie gets a little sassy, and Shawn will smooth her down with his sarcasm. So it's always entertaining to be around these two. Maddie and Shawn are the perfect couple, but people who know Maddie and Shawn well, you guys probably all do, you know they're quite a bit opposite in some cases. Maddie likes to ski, hike, camp, and watch football. OH. And Shawn, he'd prefer to play golf, basketball, baseball, and binge watching Netflix while Maddie sleeps. But really, they have a lot in common. They got endless love together, compassion for each other. They love traveling the world. I'm sure that's going to happen more. They're going to Hawaii. And they have a love for family, remodeling skills. They'd be awesome. Yep. And they have two amazing dogs, Martha and Greg. Appreciate we're here. We are so happy for these lovebirds. Maddie and Shawn, the secret to a strong marriage is continuous and honest communication, not just communication, and love, compassion, and sacrifice, and maintaining laughter and entertaining each other. Enjoy it. Okay. I'm gonna keep you short if you guys want to eat. I know you're hungry. I want to say, Shawn, welcome to our family. It's a crazy, insane bunch. We're so happy to be part of it. I got a new son. Cheers to Maddie and Shawn for an everlasting, beautiful wedding that you should get.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, a hand for the father of the bride, John Elliott. Well done. And now, before we eat, we have someone else who would like to share a few words with you. None other than our newlyweds. Y'all give it up right here, Shawn and Maddie.
Like John said, we will try to wrap this up quickly because I know everybody's hungry. But we just want to say thank you quickly. We know that it's not hard to travel right now, or it's not easy to travel right now. And seeing everybody that we love in this room is really special to Maddie and I.
Yes.
So just wanted to say thank you guys for being here, and we love you all, and cheers. Hope you guys have a good night.
Thank you guys so much. All right, excellent news, folks. It is time for dinner. Please remain seated as dinner will be served to your tables individually. Thank you and enjoy your meal. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, up here at the head table, please. If I could have everyone's attention at the head table. We have a couple of toasts this evening. Our first toast will be given by our maid of honor, Brady. Everybody welcome Brady.
Like you guys stand with me. Hello, everyone. I'm Brady. If you don't know me, I'm Maddie's little baby sister. I thought it was really interesting that Maddie and Shawn asked us to do a roast tonight on their wedding. Oh, a toast. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I need that one. Yeah, okay. It might be a little roasty stuff, but you know, being the youngest, it can be tough sometimes. Growing up, it was a lot of do this, do that, stop crying, you're gonna get me in trouble. And when you object to getting Maddie up water from upstairs or whatever it may be that she needs, she says, respect your elders. Which really, you're 2 years older than me. Well, then eventually was stop wearing my clothes, and we're having the beer Olympics at our house. You can come if you don't tell mom and dad. Which I will classify that as one of the great things about being a little sister. A few other things would be playing American Girl Dolls for 3 hours, 4 hours of Monopoly, followed by 8 hours of Sims. Maddie always murdered everyone. Watch out. As I got older, it turned into having someone there for you when you first started high school and whipping into the parking lot at 6:58 a.m. and a little Dodge Neon is blasting Aaron's party on the loudspeaker. You really made an impression. I am so lucky to have Maddie as one of my big sisters. She's always been my role model. I've always been jealous of her and obsessed with her throughout life. I love watching her grow and seeing the person she's become. And during this journey, I've seen Maddie bring people together. And she's affected the lives of so many amazing people. Everyone in this room has been affected by Maddie. And then she found this tall-ass ginger who is Canadian and Cuban, and you're just like, woo! And he has all the sass, which is the perfect match, the perfect person for Maddie. The most wild, crazy, energetic human found her calm, laid-back human. And when needed, can give Maddie shit back in a heartbeat. I recently had what I call a big brother moment with Shawn. After Maddie's bachelorette party, I was stuck in the Reno airport for forever. And my flight got canceled and I was alone. I was ugly crying all over the place. And Maddie stayed on the phone with me while Shawn got me a hotel and an airport and even called the airline to bitch him out. Like, it was perfect. Exactly what I needed. And I've always had my big sister there. But in that moment, I also had my big brother, and it was just amazing. And I cried. So thank you, Shawn, and thank you, Maddie, for always being the best part of life. And thank you, Shawn, for hiking with us and camping when you really didn't want to. The best sport. Thank you for showing me the best shows like Letterkenny and What We Do in the Shadows, The Baker and the Beauties. It's all right. We'll give it to you. Saw your soft side there. But I'm so excited for your guys' future and having you in our family. So let's raise a glass to the two most important people in the room, the bartenders. Stop giving me your time. We love you.
All right, thank you so much. Our maid of honor, Brady, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're going to hear from our matron of honor, Alexa. Give it up for Alexa.
Thank you. All right, hi everyone. I'm Alexa, so Maddie's oldest sister, if anyone who doesn't know me. So being Maddie's oldest sister was interesting to say the least. As you can imagine, growing up in a house with three sisters, there were a lot of laughs, tears, and emotions. All good. But in the last 7 years, we actually have lived in separate states, all of us. And I'd say in the past year, we probably have grown closer together than ever. And so I know this last year in 2020 isn't originally what we had planned, and I know Maddie and Shawn, with moving their wedding and their honeymoon, have all handled it with grace and joy, and it's been even better than ever. And you know, anyone who knows Maddie knows that she loves to live every day to the fullest. And she always likes to make the best out of every situation, more than anyone I know. So Mad Dog would never let a world-changing pandemic rain on her parade. The party must go on. Speaking of parties, Maddie is always the life of the party. Anyone that knows her and meets her instantly loves her. Whether you call her Maddie or Madison Zuline or Mad Dog, her contagious smile is amazing, and most people have at least seen her stick her tongue out at least once. Maddie, I love how you can make anyone feel comfortable and at home instantly when they meet you. Maddie is the only person I know who has 17 friends who feel close enough to fly all the way across the country to Lake Tahoe for a bachelorette party. And, well, maybe some people have that many close friends, but we all lived in one house, and there is zero drama. Woo, it's amazing. Maddie, I also want to take a second to thank you for loving me even when I wasn't always the best big sister. So I might have found it amusing popping the heads off your Barbies. Or maybe hiding around the corner and sticking my leg out to trip you. Maybe. Or accidentally jump roping and strangling you for a while. But you still love me despite it all. And I hope I made it up to you in high school when I was your personal chauffeur and instantly raised your social status to cool kid. Growing up, Maddie
Growing up with Maddie is almost like having a twin, with how often people say we look alike or we are so much alike, except with maybe how we act. Maddie, as every you all know, she's loud and spontaneous. We love her. I might be more quiet and calm. She did convince me to jump in Mirror Lake with her after during a Michigan game, and we froze our butts off. Well, when I think of Maddie, one word comes to mind is always adventure. Growing up, some of my favorite memories involve us going into the creek in the backyard, driving the golf cart at the kennels, or building hay bales in the barn, and even our dad sending us down black diamonds at the age of 3. But Maddie definitely needed someone that can keep up with her energy and her adventure. So the first time I met Shawn, she was a perfect fit for our family. I mean, he's laid back and yet always down for fun. He was such a good fit for our family that he was pushing Ellie in a stroller at the zoo, and the workers mistakenly thought Shawn was Ellie's dad due to the ginger hair. Shawn, I love the way that you make Maddie laugh, and you really appreciate her fun-loving spirit. You are the perfect fit of sarcasm and fun that can keep up with Maddie and give it back to her. Maddie is blessed to have found you, someone who's a great cook or someone who does not like condiments. Shawn, our family has grown to love you so much that even to this day, a song that comes in our house, when the song Who Let the Dogs Out comes out, Ellie and Xander will still say, Shawn, 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 Shawn. Maddie is lucky to have someone that will always let the dogs out. The past year has been a challenge, and you guys changing your honeymoon, but you've always focused on what truly matters, is love for each other and sharing that together forever. What better place to be than back in the heart of Ohio. Oh wait! Everybody raise your glasses to a house full of baby Suarezes. May love and laughter fill your hearts and your home every day of your lives. May you face every challenge hand in hand, side by side, knowing that faith can conquer anything together forever. We love you so much, Maddie and Shawn.
All right, folks, one more time. I'll get a hand for the ladies, Brady and Alexa. Well done. And now we have one more toast before we get back to enjoying our dinner. How about a hand for our best man, Taylor? Give it up for Taylor.
Hi, everyone. First and foremost, I do want to thank the Elliott and the Suarez families for putting this together. A year after what we just had, I think to come together like this, it's incredibly special, and it's a true honor to celebrate two of the greatest people I know. So thank you all for coming here. So a little bit of background on us. I went to the University of Arizona, which is where I met Shawn. Bear down. One table. We got one. Got one in the back. And Shawn and I we hit it off pretty good early on. We had a natural love for sports, something that I found out very quickly in Maddie as well, although a little more Buckeye flavor to that. So could never convince her to be a Wildcat. But we also, we had a strong love for the same type of movies. And in fact, one of the first times my wife and I went out to visit them, we convinced them that it was the first time that we were watching MacGruber. And after quoting probably the entire movie from start to finish, I think Maddie and my wife realized we had seen it probably a little bit more than 2 or 3 times. And then we watched it again afterwards, just so that we could get all those lines down perfectly. Finally, I think the other thing that we kind of bonded over really quickly was we both grown up in the suburbs. For some reason, we just had the natural draw to the hip hop and rap culture. And in fact, Shawn would, in college would reminisce stories of driving through the tough streets of Cherry Creek in his Lincoln Aviator with the navigation system on his way to the country club. I, on the other hand, would tell stories of the hard times that I had in Orange County, California, going to the beach after school every day. So we could relate to the lyrics a lot on that one. But I could actually, I could really tell when Shawn met Maddie. I remember the very first time. He calls me on the phone and we were chatting it up a little bit, and he tells me he met this girl and that they were seeing each other. And the one thing I noticed was that his voice pitched a little bit higher and squeaked and cracked a little bit more, so I knew this one was special. This is a special one. And so I thought, I got to meet her. So my wife and I, we go out to Colorado, we meet her, and it was absolutely true. Everything is from the very start. You can feel the warmth from her. She is such a kind and welcoming person. Most importantly, I think she has a great sense of humor, which anyone knows Shawn's sense of humor is absolutely necessary. But I think the biggest thing that I saw in Maddie that was pretty evident is how she changed Shawn. First and foremost, she got him to go outside for the first time. And so thank you for that, Maddie. We really do appreciate it. I heard he goes hiking every once in a while, but I don't know if those are photoshopped or not. So we haven't proven that one yet. But no, I think it's very easy to see that, when Shawn is around Maddie, he smiles a little bigger and laughs a little harder. And I think it's very evident the love that they have for one another. What's always made Shawn such a good friend to me is, aside from everything else and his witty sense of humor, as he likes to point out, is really his loyalty. He is one of the most loyal people that I have ever met. He has been there for me on my best days. But probably more importantly, he's been there for me on my worst days, and he was always the first one there for me on my worst days. And so I know, Maddie, that he will bring that same sense of loyalty and commitment to you. Now, a funny story that I do want to go over between the two of them was when they actually came out to visit my wife and I for the first time in San Francisco. And it was during the NCAA tournament. So we went to a sports bar because naturally Ohio State made it. Arizona had, I think it was probation or something, so it was, off year. We were recruiting, so it was fine. It wasn't our year. But we walked into the bar, and it was pretty evident right away. Ohio State's biggest fan walked through the doors, and Maddie, just cheersing before the game even started, decked out in Ohio State gear. And as the game went on, buckets kept going down, and she kept cheering louder and louder. And some of the less nicer fans in the room, they were booing. You could tell that it wasn't actually an Ohio State bar very, very quickly. And there were some people that were booing or cheering anytime Ohio State missed. But what was really interesting in that whole moment was Ohio State's second biggest fan, at least for the day, showed up. And it was Shawn. All in support of Maddie. And I got a little nervous that he was getting in their faces and really cheering against them, just them as fans, not even just the teams that they were rooting for. And at some point I thought a fight was going to break out. And we're going to have to pull Maddie off with someone because she started getting into it as well. But I think it was just so evident there that the love and loyalty that you two have for one another was so clear that day that you will always be there for one another. And it's so clear. So in closing, I would like to quote the late Robin Williams from Good Will Hunting, and that is that it doesn't matter if the guy is perfect, and it doesn't matter if the girl is perfect, as long as they are perfect for each other. And I don't think there's anything more evident than the two of you. You are so perfect for each other. I'm wishing you a lifetime of love and happiness. So cheers to the new Mr. and Mrs. Suarez.
Let's have a big hand for our newlyweds, everyone. some love, everybody. Maddie and Dad. Let's give them a round of applause. Shawn and Mom.
I hope the days come easy and the moments pass slow, and each road leads you where you want. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this is my wish. I hope you never look back, but you never forget all the ones who love you in the place you left. I hope you always forgive and you never regret, and you help somebody every chance you get. Oh, you find God's grace in every mistake, and always give more than you take. But more than anything, yeah, more than anything, my wish for you is that this life becomes all that you wanted to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small. You never need to carry more than you can hold. And while you're out there getting where you're getting to, I hope you know somebody loves you and wants the same things too. Yeah, this.
Once again, Shawn and his mom, everyone. Thank you, guys. Folks, now I have a special request of you. We need all the married couples to come out to the dance floor for a special slow song. Our first group slow dance of the evening. If you are here with your spouse, please bring them to the dance floor. Maddie and Shawn would like to celebrate a slow dance with all the other married couples. They just joined your group. So please come out with your significant other, your spouse. couples married less than 24 hours, please leave the dance floor.
Lonely days are over, and life is like a song.
Less than 1 year.
Oh yeah, yeah. At last,
Anyone married less than 2 years?
the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clothes.
If you've been married less than 3 years, time to go.
The night I looked at you,
Under 5 years.
I found a dream that I could speak to.
Married less than 10 years.
Can't
Thank you, Mike and Alexa.
I found a thrill.
Less than 15 years. Let's get a big smile. Your winners tonight, the grandparents of our newlyweds, 64 years together. Congratulations. Wow, that's wonderful. All right, thank you to all of our married couples for playing along. Now we need our wedding party to the dance floor. Maddie and Shawn have selected a special song just for the wedding party. So all the bridesmaids and groomsmen, come on out. Wedding party, put both hands up in the air and clap, 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 clap to the beat. Ladies and gentlemen, the dance floor is open. Come and join our wedding party.
Here's a little bit of old school folk that goes a little something like this. I always try to be the flyest kid on the block, the popular one with the riding stop. So that's when I had this bright idea. First party of the month, now the party of the year. All the fine girls couldn't turn it down. Now all I gotta do is get my parents out. Should I send them to a movie? Not send them to a show. Let me think. It's gotta be long though. I said, Mom, Dad, yo, why you sitting home? It's a Friday night. Have you seen Aunt Joe? And don't worry about staying out too long. Don't fuss over me. I'll be fine alone. Have a good time. The doorbell rings 'cause the party's here. I'm breaking up the stairs like it's New Year's. Walking around the house like who's the man? Anybody do it like Aaron? First on the floor, you know that's me. Busting at the moves like it's MTV. I get somewhere along and lost my head. Then I jumped on the table. This is what I said. People all around, you got to. Everyone together, sing it loud. Jump all around, come on. What? Say it again. People all around, you got to. From the left to the right, make noise. Here we go now, come on. What? What? Na na na. Come on, here we go, ha ha. Come with it. Woo. Here we go. Things are going great, then to my surprise, some people walked in I didn't recognize. I said, fellas, yo, you gotta get out. Hey man, this was an open house.
All right, time to get your Latin dancing on. Anybody got some salsa moves? Let me see what you got. y'all know the words. Somebody say, tell me why.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a
One more time.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? Yes, I know you are my fire, the one desire you are. Don't wanna hear you say nothing but a mistake. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in the air, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. I don't need no reason, don't need control. I fly so high, no ceiling when I'm in my zone. And when the night falls, the loneliness comes. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves
Running from the cold of New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, North Country winners keep a getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, so I had to leave town. But I ain't turning back to living.
All right, y'all, let's sing it for Grandpa. Help me out. Rock me, mama.
So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Yeah, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train.
and gentlemen, we have Ohio Beyonce in the house tonight. There she is. She's the Ohio Beyonce. Go ahead, girl. We have two Ohio Beyoncés in the house tonight.
Young O, y'all know when the flow is local. Young B and the ROC.